Welcome to another episode of my Art Studio Diaries. For those who don't know me, I'm Laura. I love to draw, I love to paint, and I love to create. Today, I'm going to take you back 30 years when there were no computers, no paper cutting machines. All art was done by your own hands, even the final project. I have a visual arts degree from the University of Northern Colorado. I just found one of my artist portfolios in the attic. Why don't we go and check it out? Oh, I don't remember what this was. I think I had to fuse two different images or transform something. I know this was with a woman's body, and this is a bird, a phoenix or something. Okay, here, this was an ad for, I think at those times they were killing a lot of tigers. I remember we needed to make an ad for a magazine. This is all made by hand, each little dot by hand. Whoa. Okay. Oh, this is a grid pattern, and we had to do the grid pattern with different lines. This was done, I think, with a Sharpie. This was life drawing class. So we did our shadows, our lights and darks, pencil, graphite. See right here, the value scale. I got this from a magazine, and this was my face for life drawing class. Here's another one of the grid patterns. We had to just pick a little part of an image and draw it, but again, the lights and shadows, a value scale. This one, another one, value scale. Here is, this is all done with Prismacolors. We were going through the Gulf War in those times, I think 1990, and we had to create an illustration depicting what was going on in those times, all done with Prismacolors. Oh, here is a little graphic study on making C's with different techniques. I got here, graphic arts class, we had to do a logo for a production company. November 5, 1990. I got an A- on this one. This was typography class. This is how typography was done long time ago. This is an F, letter F, using the architectural pattern of a church. So I made an F out of it. From this, all this, main work, then we had to do the photo, put it in this paper, then go back to the printing machine to come up with this. I still have my pad from 1990 that I made in my graphic arts class. This is an ink technique that my graphic art teacher taught me how to do. You put ink on acetate, and then with an X-Acto knife, you would scratch the ink, and then we get this image. 1993. Here's just a sketch of a letter M. Another typography class letter. These were done by my art teacher that I saved. I don't know what these were. Another one of those acetate and ink techniques. You see, we scratched it, and now we have that in the computer. If you want a scratched outline, you can have it. Instead, we would do it by hand with an X-Acto knife. Album cover. I remember coming from Venezuela, I wanted something tropical. So I got this illustration board and the background. This was fun to do. Album cover. I got an A- in this one. This was another album cover, and I got an A-. Here is another, it was a book cover. I wanted Charles Chaplin, so I cut it in half and it would have been the book cover. All ink. Here's my first attempt at grid drawing. These are oil pastels. That's me. Doesn't look good, but for the first time doing grid work, it looked, you know. I had calligraphy class. These were all the practicing calligraphy. And this is a project from Venezuela when I was studying interior design, 1980s. I remember using my T-square, my table. This was typography class, and we had to come up with a poster using old style lettering with a headline of those times. H.W. Bush, I think, was the president in 1990. It looked like an illumination book cover. It says, Bush increases troops in a stupid war. Here we needed to transform an artist the palette or the board into something different, and I turned it into a rotary phone. We still had rotary phones then. English essay exam grade report. Satisfactory, 1992. This was with cereal boxes. I remember my graphic arts teacher, Jean Hoffman, taught me how to do 3D work with cereal boxes. Prismacolor flowers, 1994. Another Prismacolor flower, 1994. That was a year after I got married. Graphic arts class. We need to make a bag for a pet store, and I made this cat in the bag. See everything. You know, we needed to do the bag itself. And we need to do a menu for a restaurant, and I picked a German restaurant. Again, 3D with a cereal box. I cut everything by hand with an X-Acto and scissors. And then inside, parchment paper. I had fun doing that. More C's. This is the cat illustration for that bag. This was a menu cover page. And I did the Polish eagle with paper, cutting each piece and mounting it. It looked more three-dimensional before, but with the years it got flat. Oh, graphic arts class, getting it together. They gave us, I remember, they gave us phrases and we had to implement it in some designs. I got the it and lacing it, so we got it together. Another book page, all by ink and Sharpies. Oh my, color wheel, value scheme, and color scheme. And this one, I went to the Met. So I did this ink drawing, 1989. I used 3 different kinds of pens to do this. And that's it. This is one of my portfolios, and it will go back to the attic. I hope you enjoyed this video. Until next time, appreciate the little things. Don't take things for granted. Be kind and appreciate all artists.